We're going to put whatever it is till 7. Bunch of points. A bunch of people to pass it.
One touchdown, I was like, no, I got to do better. I really like that. Try it. Try it. It's better than not starting it. Get him! Get to him! Yeah! some brothers in the flying out to the United States. Probably harder for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight marks the end of a coaching career that began here at Norwalk in the fall of 2001. Steve Andrews came to us from Harris Lake Park to coach football, teach in the social studies department, and help make our streets safer by being a driver's education instructor. Over the years, he has impacted thousands of players and students beyond measure. As a freshman coach, he has been an integral part of building the foundation of Norwalk Warrior football in the high school. Our freshmen know what it means to be a Warrior, what toughness, integrity, and effort mean to our program, and how to properly carry themselves as football players. We are forever grateful for Steve's time, effort, dedication, and consistency within our program. Please give Steve a proper Warrior thank you and goodbye at this time. Thank you, Coach Andrews.
Ceremony tonight is the opportunity to recognize and thank those seniors of the Norwalk Warrior Marching Band, including the students and their parents. And so, Warrior fans, let's meet and honor our band seniors and their parents. Our first senior tonight is Bennett Fenwick. Bennett is the son of Chief Techwith Jessica Carr. Bennett has been a member of the marching band for 4 years. Bennett would like to study culinary arts after high school. Ladies and gentlemen, Bennett Beckwith. Our next senior is Will Chase. Will is the son of Bill and Shannon Chase. He's been a member of the marching band for 4 years. Will's future plans are to major in engineering and business at a college still to be determined. Ladies and gentlemen, Will Chase. Our next senior tonight is Peyton Compton. Peyton is the son of Charles Compton and Aaron Trampler. He's been a member of the marching band for 4 years. His future plans are undecided at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, Peyton Compton. Our next senior, Jacob Davis. Jacob is the son of Michael and Sarah Davis. He's been a member of the marching band for 4 years. His future plans are undecided at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, Jacob Davis. Our next senior tonight is Trent Frederick. Trent is the son of Mark and Deanna Frederick. He has been a member of the marching band for 4 years. After high school, Trent would like to pursue biblical studies and theology somewhere in the Midwest, with a desire to teach scripture in some capacity. Ladies and gentlemen, Trent Frederick. Our next senior is Morgan Gassman. Morgan is the daughter of Zach and Kate Gassman. She has been a member of the marching band for 4 years. Next fall, Morgan will attend the University of Iowa and study nursing. Ladies and gentlemen, Morgan Gassman. Our next senior is Logan Gogin. Logan is the son of Brad and Carrie Gogin. He's been a member of the marching band for 4 years. He will attend Central College for instrumental music education after high school. Ladies and gentlemen, Logan Gogin. Our next senior is Joey Gobronski. Joey is the son of Joe and Stephanie Gobronski. He's been a member of the marching band for 4 years. Next fall, Joey would like to attend the University of Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, Joey Gobronski. Our next senior tonight is Liam Hardy. Liam is the son of Mark and Siobhan Hardy. He's been a member of the marching band for 4 years. His future plans are undecided at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, Liam Hardy. Our next senior is Caden Holtz. Caden is the son of Tori Holtz and Jennifer Shack. He's been a member of the marching band for 4 years. Next fall, Caden will attend Northwest Missouri State to study pre-engineering. After 2 years, he hopes to transfer to Iowa State University to finish his degree. Ladies and gentlemen, Caden Holtz. Next tonight, we have Sierra Howland. Sierra is the daughter of Mike and Julie Howland. She's been a member of the marching band for 4 years. Sierra plans to get her RN at DMAC and then transfer to the University of Iowa, where she will pursue her Doctorate of Nursing Practice degree to work as a pediatric nurse practitioner. Ladies and gentlemen, Sierra Howland. Our next senior is Emma Ohlmeyer. Emma is the daughter of Chuck and Becca Ohlmeyer. She has been in marching band for 4 years. Emma will attend the University of Iowa and study women's studies. Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Ohlmeyer. Our next senior tonight is Nicholas Jones. Nicholas is the son of Ted and Lori Jones. He's been a member of the marching band for 4 years. In the fall, Nicholas will attend Iowa State University to study accounting. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Jones. Our next senior tonight is Connor Kennelly. Connor is the son of John Kennelly and Jenny Losey. He's been a member of the marching band for 4 years. After graduating, Connor will attend the University of Northern Iowa to get a degree in music performance. Ladies and gentlemen, Connor Kennelly. Our next senior tonight, Audrey Lehman. Audrey is the daughter of Mark and Abby Lehman. She has been a member of the marching band for 4 years. In the fall, Audrey will attend the Central College. Ladies and gentlemen, Audrey Lehman. Our next senior is Abby Litchfield. Abby is the daughter of Heather Feigl and Todd Litchfield. She's been a member of the marching band for 4 years. Abby will double major in journalism and women's gender studies at the University of Iowa in the fall. Ladies and gentlemen, Abby Litchfield. Our next senior tonight is Danielle Lors. Danielle is the daughter of Ben and Makila Lors. She has been a member of the marching band for 4 years. Next fall, Danielle will attend the University of Northern Iowa and study interior design and business. Ladies and gentlemen, Danielle Lors. Our next senior is Casey Ludlow. Casey is the son of Dave and Joyce Ludlow. He has been a member of the marching band for 4 years. In the fall, Casey will attend Iowa State University. Ladies and gentlemen, Casey Ludlow. Our next senior is Chloe Martin. Chloe is the daughter of Jonathan and Miranda Martin. She's been a member of the marching band for 4 years. After high school, Chloe would like to study design or public relations. Ladies and gentlemen, Chloe Martin. Our next senior is Will Parker. Will is the son of Bill and Rachel Parker. He's been a member of the marching band for 4 years. Will would like to study computer science after high school. Ladies and gentlemen, Will Parker. Our next senior is Sophia Peterson. Sophia is the daughter of Crystal Witt, Eric Witt, and Daniel Peterson. She has been a member of the marching band for 4 years. Next fall, Sophia will attend the University of Northern Iowa and study elementary education. Ladies and gentlemen, Sophia Peterson. Our next senior tonight is Charlie Poppins. Charlie is the son of Jason and Carol Poppins. He has been a member of the marching band for 4 years. After high school, Charlie would like to major in finance at an undecided college. Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Poppins. Our next senior is Ashton Robinson. Ashton is the son of Dan and Heather Robinson. He's been a member of the marching band for 1 year. Ashton will attend DMAC for fire science in EMT. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashton Robinson. Our next senior is Jacob Ruger. Jacob is the son of Sherry Ruger. He has been a member of the marching band for 4 years. Jacob will attend Iowa State University and study aerospace engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Jacob Ruger. Our next senior is Cale Sherwood. Cale is the son of Matt and Angela Sherwood. He's been a member of the marching band for 4 years. In the next fall, Cale will attend Iowa State for a civil engineering degree. Ladies and gentlemen, Cale Sherwood. Our next senior is Jake Squires. Jake is the son of Nathan Squires and Stacy Egley. He's been a member of the marching band for 4 years. Jake will attend DMAC for culinary arts after high school. Ladies and gentlemen, Jake Squires. Our next senior is William Supper. William is the son of Richard and Karen Supper. He has been a member of the marching band for 4 years. William plans to attend DMAC after 2 years after graduation and then wants to attend the University of Northern Iowa to study education. Ladies and gentlemen, William Supper. Our next senior is Parker Sweet. Parker is the son of Jeremy and Christy Sweet. He has been a member of the marching band for 4 years. After high school, Parker would like to go into the carpentry business. Ladies and gentlemen, Parker Sweet. Our next senior is Katie Thielen. Katie is the daughter of Andy and Sandy Thielen. She has been a member of the marching band for 4 years. Next fall, Katie plans to attend Iowa State. Ladies and gentlemen, Katie Thielen. Our next senior tonight is Evelyn Timms. Evelyn is the daughter of Chet and Amy Timms. She's been a member of the marching band for 3 years. Her future plans are undecided at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, Evelyn Timms. Our next senior is Alaish Toro Abad. Alaish is the son of Ruth Abad Catalan. This is his first year as a member of the marching band. His future plans are to stay in the United States for 1 more year and then to study travel, and then he will return to Spain to study science or sports. Ladies and gentlemen, Alaish Toro Abad. And our last senior tonight is Ashley Weeks. Ashley is the daughter of Ryan and Amy Lee Weeks. She has been a member of the marching band for 4 years. Next fall, Ashley will attend Iowa Central Community College to study media production. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashley Weeks. The Norwalk Athletic Activities Department and the Norwalk Band Program want to thank all of these seniors for their dedication and commitment and for the fine example they have set both on and off the field. We wish each and every one of you continued success in your future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, your Norwalk 2022 senior band members and their parents.
We already ran into him in the concession line. You guys beat us. He's like, yeah, but you talk too much. I know. Sorry. That game you guys never again. We had to buy it. Isn't that awesome that they're wearing Norwalk? Isn't it awesome? I converted him. You know what? When I told him, it's because you all are going to move here. And that's why. Yeah. See? So y'all move to Norwalk. See?
Check your phone.
Yes, Jim made our announcers there.
See it all over.
Press if you go to 25.
Some goals for Caleb and
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Warriors Stadium in Minor Field, home of the Warriors, for the 2022 regular season finale versus the Bondurant Blue Jays. We'd like to take a moment for tonight's contest to honor our game officials for the first nationwide Officials Appreciation Week. Officials are here to help show them their positive sportsmanship and appreciation as they work the contest tonight for our student athletes. Officials provide an essential service for our events and the student athlete experience in Iowa. On behalf of the Iowa High School Athletic Union and the Norwalk High School, please help us say thank you to tonight's officials. That's Mr. Mike Vince, Mr. Eric Kennedy, Mr. Myron Lynn, Mr. Dirk Riles, and Mr. David Forsythe. Thank you, gentlemen.
And then,
This is me. Yep.
Hochstein or Hochstein?
Hochstein.
Okay.
Oh, right here.
Oh. Yes, yes. Thank you.
celebration. Tonight's national anthem will be performed by the Norwalk Middle School 8th grade band under the direction of Mr. Jeff Heltman.
I know, I want the sweatshirt you got ordered too. George, up at the Norwalk.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you now stand and remove your cap as the colors of our nation are being presented by Cummins Legion Post number 562, Scout Troop 30, and Scout Troop 301.
Team that Paris that were Bondurant is.
You noticed it right here.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we honor our nation and the servicemen and women around the world who serve our country with the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you please remain standing with your hats removed until the colors have left the field. Thank you. Thank you.
Step 1, wake up, really gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flaws, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, really gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Norwalk After Prom Committee. That's the After Prom Committee is already working hard, planning for the 2023 After Prom. We have big plans and big goals for this year. Our goals for the 2023 After Prom is to provide a fun, substance-free event for all Norwalk juniors and seniors. After Prom will be held at Smash Park. This year we hope to raise enough money so it can be free for all students. In order to accomplish this, we are starting our fundraising now. Visit the After Prom table by the concession stand to get more information and access the new GoFundMe site to make a tax-deductible donation. That's right, it's tax-deductible. So head on down to the concession stand, and there'll be another stand right there to start the money down. Thank you.
Total 22 passing, 9 rushing. He can do damage both ways, and they'll need him to do so in this game. A big game from him could mean a victory here on senior night for the Warriors.
So the Warriors want to slow down the running game of Bondurant Farrar. A guy that can plug the middle is Maddox Borcherding Johnson.
Yeah, this is a matchup that a lot of, not just fans are going to be looking out for, but college recruits. Borcherding Johnson going to the University of Iowa, where he hopes to maybe be a teammate of Titus Cram, who has an offer from Iowa as well. But wow, he draws a double team, and it's really helped a lot of the linebackers for Norwalk, racking up the statistics because of his dominant force up front.
So here we go. It's the postseason right around the corner. The table stakes are here. When we come back, it'll be time to get this thing started. It's Bondurant Farrar and Norwalk here on MC22. When the teams first played against one another, and as we take a look at the keys to the game, what does Bondurant Farrar, Justin, need to do to get a win here?
Well, Bondurant needs to be balanced. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. Although Titus Cram is phenomenal, you can't be predictable. And then defend those deep plays. Norwalk boasts one of the most potent passing offenses in the state. They've got two receivers, Dylan Rank and Braden Carlson, that can light you up in the passing game real quick.
And for Norwalk,
Well, red zone points, it's been key this season for the Warriors. When you get down there, you have to punch it in for touchdowns, especially against a team as talented as Bondurant, and then overcome adversity. You know, Bondurant is the team, they don't panic on defense or on offense, and they wait for the team they're playing to make those mistakes because they'll panic. Norwalk hopes to stay calm at home on senior night, limit those mistakes, and come away with a huge win.
Bondurant Farrar's head coach, Zach Fance, 12 seasons, career record 61-51. Last year had a senior-dominated team. This year, a lot of juniors in the ranks, but he says, you know what? We're right in the same spot we were a year ago, trying to go 8-1 to end the regular season. They would eventually lose in the quarterfinals last year to Waverly Shellrock. Now on the other side, you've got Paul Patterson, head coach for the Norwalk Warriors. His team coming in at 5-3, and of course, we always love talking to Coach Patterson. 23 seasons as a head coach here, and this one's underway. Bondurant Farrar won the toss. They deferred until the second half. On the return, that's Carlson. He gets a nice return past the 40 and is tripped up at the 44-yard line. That's a 37-yard return. And here comes the Norwalk offense, led by their senior quarterback in Landon Hochstein. As you see the return here, set up nicely by Braden Carlson. Hochstein last week against Carlisle threw for 362 yards, had 4 touchdowns, but Justin, the 2 interceptions, very costly. One, as they were about ready to go up 21-0, was in the end zone, and Carlisle turned around the game. Let's see what happens here tonight.
Great tackle there by Reed Falsgraf, saving a touchdown.
So from the 44, they're going to go on the ground. This is Dominic Tickner, the sophomore, will get to the 46, brought down by Caleb Moore. Let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight. For the Warriors, we mentioned Hochstein, the quarterback, but in the backfield, it's Tickner. Your receiving core, it's loaded with Rank, Carlson, Rodman. And then, of course, up front with the big guys, Sexton, Lightke, Eden, the center, Schiller, and Wolford, the tackle. So here we go on second down. They'll put it up. Hochstein to the air. This one's going to be complete to Jackson Campbell. He'll take it to the 48, brought down by Talon Hayworth. Here's the Blue Jays defensively. They rank second in all of 4A in defense. Bro, House, Fulton up front. Your backers with Ryle, Riak, Moore, and Powers, and Vanderlinden. In the secondary with Cram, Barkema, and Falsgraf. Most passing yards that Bondurant Farrar's given up this year was to Dallas Center Grimes for 173. The pressure's on. Hochstein in the backfield. He will lean forward and he'll take it to the 49-yard line.
Bondurant brought some good pressure there. Nearly got to him in the backfield, but wow, look at Hochstein just find a way to slip out of it time after time. A number of Blue Jays just had him right there, and that was difficult. You saw Bapfini Riak doing a good job of trying to force him inside, but missing that tackle. You see the talent that Hochstein can do with his legs. That's going to be key right there. The Blue Jays trying to limit the time that Hochstein has in the pocket.
4th and 5, they line up out of the gun. They're going to go for it. Hochstein to the flats. It's going to be complete. That's Rank. He'll get inside of the 45 down to the 42-yard line. That'll be enough to move the sticks as they pick up nearly 10. Hayworth on the stop.
Great job by Norwalk coach Patterson, dialing up some quick, easy passes, knowing that Bondurant is going to bring some pressure, getting the ball out of Hochstein's hands quickly on these quick outs because the defense and the secondary playing off of those receivers because they fear the deep ball. So just taking underneath routes right now.
Coach Patterson knowing they've got to win to get into the postseason, going forward on 4th down. Here's the toss to Tickner. Can't turn the corner, but will pick up positive yardage. Bondurant Farrar defensively leads all of 4A with 66 tackles for loss as Ryle made the stop there.
Initial drive, Coach Patterson is really throwing a lot of different formations at the Blue Jays. They were real concerned about what kind of defense the Blue Jays would bring tonight, knowing that this passing attack is coming. They like to switch out different formations to make sure they can see for the rest of the game how the Blue Jays are going to defend them.
Second down, they'll rush 3. Pressure's on over the middle. He's got it, and this is going to be a touchdown. Dylan Rank from 40 yards out, and Norwalk will strike first.
That's showing one of the reasons why he's number 2 in all of Class 4A for reception touchdowns. That's his 13th of the year. Hochstein doing a good job rolling to his right, this post pattern. He beats the corner. He beats Reed Feltzgraf, who's done a tremendous job this season of guarding people man-to-man with 4 interceptions. But then he's able to get by the safety as well and do a great job. Jordan Rial just playing a deep zone, but Rank able to get in front and below that zone for the touchdown.
With the extra point by Johnson, this is up and good. How about that? Norwalk, knowing they've got a win to get in, they go for it on 4th and 5. They pick it up, and then here's the pass from Hochstein to Rank for 6. Big-time plays, Norwalk putting it on the line in the opening drive, and this is the 2nd straight week that they're jumping out to an early lead on their opponent. Last week got up on Carlisle, and how about the 6 plays, 56 yards, took 2:42 off the clock, and really was set up by the terrific return by Braden Carlson. And so Bondurant Farrar will await the kickoff. Paul Patterson bringing out the bag of tricks. Might we see something here on the kickoff? Wait and see.
Yeah, starting off with a bang on senior night here. Big time play to get this crowd going, and then you get Bondurant really on their toes now, airing it out from the get-go. They tried a couple of deep balls. The first one, the pressure got to Hochstein quick. This time it didn't land, and he was able to find his go-to receiver in Rank for that touchdown. Like how they rolled him out to the right to kind of adjust the safeties and move them as Hochstein started rolling out to his right, creating more space for the receivers to get open.
Taylon Hayworth deep back to receive. Johnson ready to kick it off. He has 4 touchbacks this season. Norwalk playing with the lead. He'll put his foot into this one. Hayworth going to take it from his own 3. Trying to find some room. And will get up to the 25 before he's curtailed down. And this is where the Bondurant Farrar Blue Jay offense will go with their quarterback, Colby Collison, 6'4", 200-pound senior. Throwing for 13 completions last week, or 11 of 12 last week, completing against Boone for 194 yards, 3 touchdowns in that game. And for the season, you see the spectaculars. 15 touchdowns, just 1 interception. He can run the football. Collison with the highest quarterback rating in the state. To the air, they'll start out with. This is going to be complete as he pitches it to the outside to Tyson Barkema. As he goes to the 35-yard line, that'll move the sticks on a 10-yard passing catch. Let's take a look at the starters tonight for Bondurant Farrar. We mentioned Collison in the backfield with Cram and Powers. The receivers with Feltzgraf, Barkema, Keith the tight end. Up front with Winger, House, Wagner, Vro, and Baker, the right tackle. So it is 1st and 10 from the 35.
And you're going to notice a lot of Blue Jays playing both ways, unlike with Norwalk. Norwalk has the bigger numbers.
Cram with his first carry of the night. And he'll pick up 5 yards to the 40-yard line as he is brought down on the play by Will Clark. He's joined in the starting lineup tonight by Borcherding Johnson, Maddox, and Colton, and Caden. You've got Cole Johnson up front and DJ Harris, Tuttle, Tripp, and Clark, the linebackers. In the secondary with Borchard, Sutcliffe, the before-mentioned Johnson, and then Caden Tompkins, the other corner.
Will Clark having a big year because of all those double teams that Borcherding Johnson's facing up front.
The quick pitch to Titus Cram. He'll attack the right tackle. Cram still on his feet, and he'll go to the 39-yard line, just shy of the marker. Last year, he had 135 yards and 3 touchdowns did Cram. Here, this time, Sutcliffe and Percy bring him down.
Yeah, it takes multiple guys to bring Cram down. Shoulder tackles are futile against his talent, and you're going to have to see a lot of Norwalk Warriors rallying to the football each time he touches the ball, averaging around 7 yards a carry. Is just tremendous.
Now 3rd and 2, they fake the pitch. They go with the inside handoff to Moore, who will pick up the first down as he crosses the 47. This is a beleaguered Norwalk defense that last week gave up 413 yards to Carlisle. And you got to believe that Borcherding Johnson in the middle, Maddox, took that personally.
Yeah, sure did. You know, and it can be frustrating when you have the talent of Borchard and Johnson because you're facing so many double teams. The stats aren't there like you're used to, and you know you're a big-time recruit and commit. And you want those numbers to shine, but when you're just the focal point on the D-line, it's hard.
Back to pass, Collison to the outside. This is going to be caught. Complete to his favorite target, and Reed Falsgraf, who will take it inside of the 40, down to the 38-yard line. So a pickup of 16 yards as that Percy made the stop.
Great job by Falsgraf on this deep comeback route. The receivers for the Blue Jays, for them to really take it to the next level for this team, they have to take advantage of these one-on-one matchups because the defense is focusing so much on the run and bringing all of their resources into the box to stop Cram. One-on-one situations you have to win for Blue Jays, and that's what they did there.
The pitch to the outside, Cram trying to do some work, and he'll take it down to the 35, a pickup of 3. What a game tackle there put together by the Norwalk Warriors. Leading the way was Harrison Tripp along with Chase Borchard.
Yeah, all hands on deck here. You see Cram coming 1, 2, and a third behind just in case. Great job rallying to the football, and a lot of times if you have 2 guys there, a third guy will come and try to punch that football out. And with Cram being a guy that likes to fight for those extra yards, it's a perfect setup for defenses. If you know that you're a third guy coming in, you just go for the football and try to attack a running back.
High snap going to be hauled in by Collison, and he'll be brought down right away. How about that? Will Clark, he was coming in on a blitz. Boy, just as smooth as a left-hander could swing it. Will Clark brings him down.
Yeah, bad time to have a snap like that with the pressure coming on the outside. Clark, number 8 sack on the season, leading all of 4A in sacks, and oftentimes coming in untouched or easily around the edge just because of the strength of their D-line. And that was a great job to hit home. Now 3rd and long, and predictable situation. You got Cram flanked out in the slot.
Collison will look that way. We'll pitch it out to Cram. He's got the catch inside of the 35. Makes a man miss. Inside of the 30. Will get the first down as he takes it to the 27-yard line. A pickup of 13. Harrison Tripp in coverage.
Yeah, this is what has scouts drooling. I mean, 3rd and long, BJ. They throw a flat to Cram, and he picks it up.
It'll be first.
You're not supposed to have the flat route be your #1 read on a 3rd and long situation. This is a luxury and unthinkable. This is not something defenses plan for. You don't say, oh, let's stop the flat on 3rd and 18. Crazy.
1st and 10. He'll line up on the slot this side. They go to the other side. And as Collison able to complete the pass out to Falsgraf as he takes it to the 25. How about the passing completion here by Colby Collison?
Yeah, it's quite impressive. We have quite a treat when it comes to passing rating tonight. You know, you mentioned that, you know, Colby Collison has the #1 rating, and then when you look on the other side for Hochstein, he's number 3 in all of Class 4A. So we're going to see a lot of completions, which is fun for the fans and not so much for these defensive coordinators.
Of course, had to find a new #1 this year. Last year, they had 18 seniors graduate. Collison back to pass now. Throws it out to the flats. Is this going to be caught? Yes. Going to be hauled in by Falsgraf right near the 15-yard line. So a pickup of 10, that will move the sticks.
Yeah, so that's the 3rd time on this drive where Collison has been able to hit a deep comeback there towards the sideline, and they're having success. The D-backs are giving the Blue Jay receivers some cushion and able to stop them from going over the top, but then easily get the first down by coming back. So look for the Warriors to maybe, you know, key in on that and try to jump some of those routes and try to at least knock it down and maybe pick it.
The 11th play of the draft. Collison going to throw it to Cram. He's got the catch at the 15. Puts his head down, gets inside of the 10 and down to the 8. Will go Titus Cram.
You can see the power there, BJ, right there. Just lowers that shoulder and takes a defender out after catching this ball on a little shallow out route. Extra yards after the catch for Cram, doing a good job with his hands and then turning into running back. And what a great situation. We have a running back that can also catch. You know, if they're stacking the box, you just send him out there on a pass route because he has good hands, and then turns into a runner after the catch. So great job by the offense and finding ways to get to Cram other than just handing it off.
2nd and 2. Collison going to hand it off to Cram. And Titus puts his head down, gets near the goal line, and is tackled at the 1 yard line. The touchdown saving tackle made by Isaac Sutcliffe.
Yeah, you don't often see guys speed up after contact, but it seems like when he touches the football, all of a sudden there's a burst when somebody grabs onto his jersey, and he flies forward for another 4 yards. You know, great running backs, they fall forward, and that's exactly what Cram can do even after contact.
So 1st and goal. They did mark his knee down back at the 2. 1st and goal to go from the 2. 2 tight end set. Going to give it to Cram straight up the middle. The rush blitz was on, and he'll be brought down. Harrison Tripp knifing in to make the stop.
Yeah, comes around the edge, and what a great play call, dialed up by Norwalk and Coach Patterson there, coming around the edge, and that way you don't have to deal with all of his power when you have to tackle him from the side. You come from that side or behind, and then, you know, if you can get there, it's great because his force is coming at you, barreling down straight ahead, and you saw times where he can knock over defenders, but coming from the side, great job by Tripp bringing him down.
Cram gets the carry. Tries to bounce to the outside. This is where he's dangerous. Will lean forward. Did it get in? Yes, touchdown. Blue Jays from 3 yards out. Titus Cram with another rushing touchdown. How about that? Titus Cram puts his head down and gets his 15th rushing touchdown of the season.
Yeah, you want to play Class 4A, and in this district in particular, good luck tackling number 6 for the Blue Jays. Just a great job, and they had it. They had it covered. That's the right defense. You got guys there. That's just strength and power, or just overcoming a great defensive call.
A long drive, taking over 7 minutes off the clock, 14 plays. The extra point by Falsgraf is up and good. And we are tied at 7. How about Titus Cram? You mentioned if this were a cold night, you'd expect nobody wanting to run into him. Yeah, but tonight, Titus is looking for contact.
Look at that. He's going right to him and bringing the contact to the defense. It's the offensive player bringing a defensive hit with the football each and every time. So, like I said, great play call. Guys were in the right position. It's just a little too much to stop a guy like that when he has such power and speed as well. You just have to go back to the sideline and hope that, you know, he can stumble a couple of times here with the football because it's going to be hard to stop him. You can only contain him, kind of the same.
7-7 game. Just under 2 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Could have ourselves a shootout tonight. It's got that feeling.
Yeah, both teams with balanced drives right through the air and on the ground. So neither defense can really key on one thing with these offenses. So great job by both teams coming out. It's a beautiful night. Definitely helps in the passing game when you don't have to deal with wind, rain, the elements. Just watch some good football.
Bondurant Farrar again kicking it away from Keeler Rodman, who has a touchdown return on a kickoff return. This time they kicked it away from everybody. It goes out of bounds, penalty flag thrown. That's our first one of the night. As we await the call here from Mike Vint. Oh, the old lefty's back in the saddle again here tonight. He's joined by Eric Kennedy, Myron Lynn, Dirk Riles, and David Forsyth. As we're here in Norwalk with 1:58 to play here in the opening quarter, Norwalk's offense will hit the field starting from their own 35-yard line. They go trips to the bottom of the field. Little misdirection as they go at the inside handoff. On the carry is Carlson. And he'll be ushered out of bounds near the 40.
On the run for Norwalk.
So a gain of 5. Pushed out on the play by Talon Hayworth. He's been active tonight.
And for both of these defenses, after those drives, you know, very successful for the offense. It's going to be important on 1st and 2nd down to limit the yardage that these offenses get. So that way they have to face a 3rd and long situation, and that's what's key to get them to punt.
Hayworth getting the start tonight. There's Bondurant Farrar banged up a little bit. Now they go with the quick pitch. This is Tickner, and he'll be brought down by Cram as he crosses the 40-yard line up to near the 37. So it'll bring up 3rd down here for Norwalk.
Great job by Tickner getting close to that 1st down, making a 3rd and short situation. You're going to see Cram run from the left hash all the way to nearly the sideline. Great speed and hustle there for Cram, going both ways on a very important district game.
Blitz is on. Hochstein's going to keep it himself. The first run of the night for the running quarterback, and he'll take it up near midfield to the 49-yard line as Jordan Ryle brought him down. Hochstein's a runner, Justin.
Yeah, he does a great job. 9 touchdowns running on the season. And Hochstein, that was a play call from the start for him to be in the gun and then take that one himself. Great job by the offensive line pushing forward.
In fact, he leads the team in rushing. We'll give it a go here. Runs into his own lineman, but still the 225-pound quarterback will take it to the 47 of Bondurant for our John Powers making the tackle.
Great job by Powers. The offenses all season long been struggling, trying to find a way to limit Powers. It's one of the reasons why Division II college Minnesota State has offered him. He's verbally committed already to play up there in Mankato, Minnesota.
To the air, they're going to dump it down. It's going to be complete. Boy, good pass and catch, and a lot of those yards were made up by Braden Carlson, who's already got a touchdown, or excuse me, a great return on the night, and he'll take it inside of the 30 to the 28-yard line. So a gain of 19 yards as Jacob Vanderlinden makes the tackle.
Yeah, it's pick your poison with these receivers, and right now, on this drive, Dylan Rank focusing their efforts over there. Now Braden Carlson breaking free on some of these routes as well and moving the chains.
Going to give it off to Tigner on the draw. And he'll gain positive yardage to the 26, brought down by Ryle.
Great job by Norwalk mixing it up, keeping the Blue Jay defense really on their heels and just kind of guessing which way they're going to move the ball down the field and get first downs.
That's the end of the first quarter. A shootout is brewing, a playoff spot on the line for Norwalk. We're tied at 7. The Warriors able to strike through the air as Rank brings it home and Cram tied it up. Getting the next 12 minutes underway here from Minard Field in Norwalk with Justin Cernsey. I am BJ Shaven here from Norwalk here on MC22. On second down, Hochstein's going to be forced out of the pocket, will be brought down at the 25. He did gain a yard on the play.
Picks up 1.
And it will be third down here for the Warriors.
Yeah, Jordan Real came around the edge and was able to corral Hochstein. Great job there. It's so important to try to limit some of these yards on the early downs. That first and second, now it's 3rd and 6 instead of 3rd and 3. Now much tougher to pick up for Norwalk in shaky field goal range right now too.
Hochstein perfect tonight, 4-4 for 73 yards, 3rd and 6 here. Gonna go to the air, blitz is on. Hochstein under pressure, unloads, and it's gonna be caught. A catch made by Dylan Rank as he'll be brought down just shy of the 20, short of the marker. It'll bring up 4th down for the Warriors.
That's what pressure can do. John Powers coming strong up the middle, and Hochstein showing that arm strength, able to get rid of it and create a situation where now, they could think about it. Going for it, field goal, they're gonna go for it, but a much more manageable 4th down than it could have been.
4th and a long 2. To the air. This is gonna be complete to the 15-yard line. Making the catch, Keeler Rodman, before he's finally brought down. The Blue Jays all in there trying to strip the football. Levi Standing trying to get a piece of it as Rodman did finally go down.
Yeah, that's where past success really helped Norwalk there because of the stats, because of their ability to air it out. Those D-backs Oh, then they're going to say he
Whoa.
was short.
Whoa, they did not give him forward progress. And I know that's got to drive Coach Patterson just absolutely bonkers on that sideline.
Ball
Let's,
spot at the
if we can,
19-yard
take a
line.
look
That's
at that
toward the line
again.
First down and 10, Blue Jays.
Wow. Let's take a look at it, see where he catches the football, and then he's pushed back.
Yeah, and this is why, as a defense, you never stop running to the football. You never stop pushing these guys back because you don't know where the officials are going to mark it down.
Wow. So that negates the first down. Right, he had it, but no whistle was blown. So that is the correct call, but no whistles. Here's Titus Cram on the carry. And he'll go to the 21-yard line before he is brought down. Will Clark on the tackle.
It's a huge swing of events there. Norwalk running, going towards the red zone, and we talked about how important the red zone was before this game and one of the keys to the game, and that was a red zone opportunity missed for Norwalk, not being able to pick up that first down. Another reason why you really, as a receiver, want to run it past the sticks because of those situations.
Little misdirection into the backfield, and Norwalk is not fooled on the play. Will Clark hitting him hard to bring him down.
Huge play. The defense responding to this adversity right now that they're facing. Have to come out on the field when you think that your offense is doing a good job. And this is a defense. These guys don't go both ways like Bondurant. So they're in the middle of kind of meeting with their defensive coordinator, talking about what they're going to do, and then they have to suddenly be switching and coming back onto this football field. But this would be huge. They could essentially flip the field and get some good field position if they can stop him on this third down.
Collison has completed all of his passes so far. Looks to take off with it. A lot of green in front of him, trying to get to the stick. He'll get there, and the first down as he crosses the 30 and out of bounds at the 34-yard line. A pickup of 15 yards.
On the carry for the Blue Jays, number 4.
As Collison does it with his feet.
Great job by Collison. Coach Phelps had talked about how a lot of FCS schools, Coach Pants, would come and look at Collison, and he loves basketball. He wants to go and play basketball, but he's got a talent of a Division I quarterback, but he's going to be, hitting the hardwood, and that was like a fast break situation for Collison right there. He knew he had all of his receivers going deep, and if nobody's open, that means that the field is going to be open for him to go and run it and tuck it under and get that first down.
Boy, Braden Ross brought him down, but could have been Moore. Now the inside handoff goes to Moore. There's penalty flag down as Moore is brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, what a pickup. First down pickup by Collison there. We're struggling to move the ball. This could have been a punt situation, getting it back to Norwalk's hands. He picks it up. That was a big switch right there.
Hold is going to be called against the Blue Jays. It'll drop him back. So this one, kind of getting turned around as trying to block Will Clark, and Dalton House going to be called for the penalty.
Yeah, tough there. Fortunate because it was first down. It stays that way. It wasn't a third down situation.
Power formation. They'll toss and try to attack the weak side. And a great, and I mean great, open field tackle by Caden Tompkins.
Yeah, he's fired up right now, and what a great job of coming back. You have to have a short memory if you're a defensive back. You have to have a short memory if you're a defensive player going against Titus Cram, because we saw 2 plays where he was flattened by Cram, and then right there he flattens Cram. Great job, resilience right there, making the tackle. Caden Tompkins coming up big for Norwalk on that play.
2nd and 19 at the 25. Receiver to each side. Collison play action. Going to look near sideline. It's going to be caught by Falscraft, who's quickly ushered out of bounds at the 39-yard line, shy of the marker by about 7 yards.
And another comeback here. Collison and Falscraft have a great chemistry, especially with this route. Doing a good job of coming back towards the sideline. Caden Tompkins, closing in on that, but they've been peppering both sides of the field with deep comebacks. Most offenses try to set something up down the field later for a comeback and go once Tompkins starts getting closer and closer to hitting that ball.
3rd and 6, Collison to the air. This is going to be dropped. The first incompletion of the night for Collison, and we'll bring up 4th down for Bondurant Farrar.
Yeah, no matter what level, I have coaches in film room, meeting rooms, NFL that I've been in, and in high school and in college. It doesn't matter how talented you are. You start running before you caught that football, and your eyes start moving before you look it in, and it's going to drop. You could be all-pro receiver, all-conference in college, all-American, or all-district. If you don't look that ball in, it's going to hit the ground, and that's what happened there.
Keeler Rodman back to receive. Does have a punt return for a touchdown this season. On to punt for Bondurant Farrar is going to be, this time it will be Powers. And fair catch is going to be called for by Rodman at the 29-yard line. 24-yard punt, 34-yard punt, I beg your pardon. And no return. And here comes the Norwalk Warrior offense. Still tied at 7 here with 7:18 to play.
And what a hold by the Warriors defense there. Facing that adversity, they don't pick up the first down. And you have one of the most electric offenses in all the state, especially in Class 4A, and you hold them to a punt, and now your offense can come back on the field, clean slate, go at it again.
Little misdirection in the backfield, the quick toss to the outside. And Norwalk will pick up positive yards as that goes to Skylar Olson on his 2nd carry of the night. Ryle makes the tackle.
On the carry for the Warriors.
Yeah, Ryle, good tackle there, forcing them to cut it back inside and pick up less yards. Sometimes defenses will try to stop them and not let them cut back, and then they string it outside for more yards. It's a good job by the Bondurant D.
Twin set to each side, pressure's on. Hochstein eludes it, throws it down the field, and will just throw it away.
So elusive, what a job. And that's so frustrating for defenses right there. You saw that Penny Riak right there at Hochstein, but he just slips away. You're right there looking for a loss, and he's able to get out of it like that and scramble away and throw it away. Wow, right there. Great job in the pocket. Hochstein getting away. And now, 3rd and manageable instead of 3rd and 16, 17. We'll see what they dial up. They've got great receivers that have had success with what they're doing on the football field, and Hochstein can air it out.
3rd and long. Hochstein, draw play. Powers smelling it and will bring him down. How about that? John Powers held his ground, got away from the block to bring him down. It'll be 4th down here for Norwalk.
Heady play by Powers there, recognizing that this is a go-to play for Norwalk, designed quarterback run, and Hochstein has a lot of success. Powers is watching him right there, kind of spying on him the whole way, just sticking there. His responsibility was Hochstein, and he didn't waver from that, and they weren't able to get him with a block either, now forcing Norwalk to punt.
Did I say shootout? I meant defensive battle. All right. That's what we got. It's turned into that. Each team scored on their opening possession. Since then, the defenses have held. On to punt it. Here's Hochstein. He'll take off with it. The quick pitch to the inside. It should be an incomplete pass, and this is going to be costly. Norwalk will give the football back to Bondurant Farrar at their 32-yard line. Hochstein, the normal punter, he may have made that decision himself. They had something set up.
Yeah, again, he's designing, he's looking to see what will happen. He's running to his left and then most likely going to do kind of a rugby-style kick. But when he sees the defender, I believe that's Riak, coming outside with him, he knows that underneath there's space, so he tried to pitch it. Ended up being incomplete and being an errant pitch, and now big position for Bondurant.
1st down, Cram will get the carry, and he'll get a yard. That's it. How about this? Maddox, Borcherding, Johnson plugging the hole, and Will Clark able to finish him off.
Yeah, unique situation, great matchup here. One of the best defensive tackles in the state against one of the best running backs. Max Borcherding Johnson going to Iowa, and depending on how well and how tough these hits are that he puts on Cram, he might say, you know what, I don't want to face this guy in college. I might just go to the same school so I don't have to play against him anymore.
Power formation again. Collison will go play action, throws it towards the end zone, and this is going to be out of bounds and complete. Falsgraf covered well on the play by Sutcliffe.
Yeah, great job there. No place to go. And incompletions aren't always bad, right? He throws it out of bounds. If this is out of bounds, no one's going to get it. If I hit it right, maybe it's on the sideline. My receiver can toe tap it. Too many times quarterbacks will try to fit that in, and that is prime territory for an underthrown behind the receiver because you're trying too hard to keep it in bounds, and it's picked off. So great job of incompletion and just third down, learning to live on.
And we've got movement up front. Jacob Vanderlinden, the tight end, forgot the snap count. And that's going to cost Bondurant for our 5 yards. This is a big play. You think about where the Blue Jays took over with the football at the 32 of Norwalk. And 3rd and 14 here coming up. The defenses are starting to take hold, but the penalties are really starting to mount for Bondurant Farrar. We've got 3 for 30 yards here so far, and none for Norwalk. 3rd and 14 from the 36. Play action. Collison to the flats. This one's going to be complete. Barkham has got it, and he's going to be taken out just shy of the 20.
Number 21.
And it looks like he's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. Chase Borchert making the tackle, so Bondurant Farrar is going to keep their offense out on the field.
A great tackle by Borchert. He gets beat on the route, but continues to hustle and makes the tackle from behind, stopping him short of the first down, forcing Bondurant now to go for it. And wow, a big stop here would be huge, and that was a big tackle to make it happen.
Norwalk crowd getting into it. Cram deep in the backfield. 4th and 2. Jordan Ryle in at quarterback, so I beg your pardon, we've got ourselves a new quarterback into the game. Collison is out, Jordan Ryle in. Interesting as getting Ryle some snaps here. Let's take a look at the RPA with a timeout taken here by Bondurant Farrar. You know, this is where it's winning you get in for Norwalk, but here's your top 8. Xavier, Waverly, Shell Rock again, Lewis Central, Iowa City, Liberty, all unbeaten along with Carlisle, Bondurant Farrar at number 6, the North Scott and Spencer. And if these teams win tonight, that'll be pretty much the seeding all the way through. Now 9 through 17 is where it gets really wild. You've got Western Dubuque, Indianola, Fort Madison, Newton, Webster City, Cedar Rapids, Washington, Lamars, and Norwalk. Glenwood coming in at number 17. But Justin, as we know in 3A and 4A, the top 2 teams in each district automatic qualifiers. Then it's the last 6 that are decided by RPI. And right now as we have it, Norwalk just needs to win to get in, depending on the schedules here tonight. Otherwise, a lot of things really got to fall into place. Scoreboard watching, but a big part of this game right here is right now. Ryle still in at quarterback. Cram will get the carry. He'll put his head down. He'll be spun forward, but where was his knee down? Needed to get to the 21. He did that. Quillen McMurray made the stop. And that's just enough to move the sticks. Watch Cram. Oh,
you can see him lower that pad level, getting lower than the defender, and then add the strength and power that Cram has as well. You know, you want to get lower than the defender. If the defender gets lower than that running back, he's going to win. That time, Cram doing a good job of getting lower and bulldozing his way for the first down.
An Advil moment, no doubt, for DJ Harris. Here's the quick pitch to the outside to Cram. He'll turn the outside on his feet and down to the 11. Brought down on the play by Caden Borcherding Johnson.
Back on the play by number 4, Caden Borcherding Johnson.
Yeah, Caden Borcherding Johnson doing a good job of hustling to the play. Graham jumps over one defender, and then, you know, you take the running back's legs out right there, stop it from running. If he's bigger, then you got to go low. And right there, does a good job of wrapping up and taking him down.
Gain 10 on the play.
Graham slow getting up on that play. He did come out in the third quarter earlier this season against Carlisle with an injury, and that was the lone game that Bondurant has lost.
Ryle trying to finish this one off. Play action, throws to the end zone, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown. Bondurant Farrar, as that was hauled in by Falsgraf. Caden Borcherding Johnson making the stop, and that is the second touchdown thrown this season by Jordan Ryle.
Yeah, Ryle fires it in there, a little fade stop to the outside. This is so tough for the D-backs because you're looking at the receiver trying to guard him downfield, and the ball comes behind your ear. Great accuracy on the throw there.
Falsgraf with his 7th touchdown reception of the year. The extra point is up. It is good. Just hit across the field goal post as a knuckleballer, but it counts. 14-7 Bondurant Farrar.
Play action draws a lot of the action, and you have one-on-one coverage on the outside and a perfect placement. This is what you see the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers did a lot with Devontae Adams until he left for Las Vegas. It's unguardable when the ball is put in the right place, and that's where it was right there. You want it to be on the back left shoulder of the D-back, so that way the receiver can just stop and grab it, and that's exactly what happened there. The D-back never saw it coming.
There's your scoring drive. 6 plays, 32 yards. Took 2:08 off the clock. And Jordan Ryle, in relief of Colby Collison, able to make that completion. He reads all over the field, maybe doesn't leave it all. And deep back to receive here for Norwalk is going to be Braden Carlson. Little squib kick, going to be taken by Carlson. Carlson with another decent return as he's spun down by Riak as he crosses the 35 to the 37-yard line. So good position again for the Warriors here to start this drive, but this time down for the first time tonight. And Paul Patterson said, you know what? We know we're going to face adversity. And for the first time tonight, looking square at it.
Yeah, this is a big moment to respond. Great field position. Good job by Carlson again on that kickoff return game. Now you look to the legs and the arm of Hochstein to really get you back out of this deficit.
Hochstein throws it. It's going to be caught by Rodman. And he'll stretch out beyond the 45, near the 47. They mark him down at the 46 as he's brought down by Vander Linden.
Keeler Rodman starting out with a really good game here in the first half because of so much attention going to Carlson and Rank on some of the passing down situations. It's up to that next guy up having a big game, being there when other guys are covered.
Riak showing blitz. This one's going to be caught over the middle for the first down and inside of the 45 to the 43 as it's caught by Rank, and he's slow to get up as Caleb Moore delivered the blow.
And you hope this isn't anything serious. Rank's had such a wonderful season his senior year on senior night right now. Hopefully it's something that he can maybe work out. He's laying down on the sideline right now, getting attention from a trainer.
It looked like the knee of Powers ran into him. Hochstein going to call his own number, and he's going to be brought down by Vander Linden as he goes to the 42. Levi Standing, first one to get a paw on him. There's another good look. Dylan Rank already with a touchdown reception tonight. The only one for Norwalk. So Skylar Olson in for Rank. Hochstein will look his way. It's going to be caught. It's going to be caught and a little bit more, and it's going to be fumbled out of bounds by Skylar Olson. But he'll move the sticks.
Yeah, great job there. Just a simple hitch route going right to Olson right away, showing you have confidence in the replacement here, and a great job turning right upfield. Not doing much, but Jacob Vanderlinden doing a good job of hustling down the field from his linebacker position, trying to punch that out. Bondurant has 19 takeaways this season. That was almost another one, but good job for Norwalk going out of bounds.
1st and 10 from the 19. They'll go to Tigner on the ground. Trying to keep Bondurant Farrar honest up front. And Tigner will pound his way to the 17. Tackled by Standing.
Another opportunity here in the red zone for Norwalk. We're stymied before, not picking up that first down.
Hochstein going to keep it himself inside of the 10 and be brought down near the 5. They'll mark him at the 6. Cram in on the stop on Hochstein. And it'll bring up 1st and 10 here for Norwalk.
Yeah, Hochstein doing a great job. Looked like he was going kind of right over the center guard, and then he switched, and Powers was trying to meet him right over that center guard hole, but then Hochstein switched over to the guard tackle hole and was able to get right by Powers. Not too many times you can elude such a strong tackler like John Powers, who has, coming into the game, 69 tackles on the season, but that was one he was able to elude.
Minute to go, under a minute to go in the first half. Norwalk with all 3 timeouts. 1st and goal from the 6. Hochstein to the end zone, and it's incomplete over the head of Braden Carlson. Good coverage on the play, though, by Hayward.
Yeah, good job there. Hayward right where he needed to be. That was similar to the touchdown that Bondurant Farrar was able to run. Just kind of a fade stop. He brought the heat on this one, and Carlson maybe not turned around quick enough, but he got his hands up, but they went right through it. So be a little ready for that situation next time. They had an opportunity to punch it in, but you know, still second and short situation, or second down here for Bondurant, but they had to, or for Norwalk, but they punch it in.
From the 6, clock stopped with 49 seconds. Hochstein carries it himself, still trying to power his way forward. He'll pick up 3 to the 3 as that clock continues to tick. 3rd and goal. Vanderlinden with the tackle.
Yeah, really tough to run up the middle here. Bondurant Farrar's been doing a good job on these designed quarterback runs up the middle. Most of the time having Powers kind of meet him right at the hole and stopping him for a short gain. That first down drop right through Carlson's hands was a huge misstep there for Norwalk.
Norwalk taking a timeout to think things over. Dylan Rank getting worked on still on that sideline. They're checking out his neck. A big district showdown here in Class 4A. What a loaded district this is. Carlisle, overall #1 team, 4-0 on the year. They took it to everybody this season. You think of Indianola, they've got to win against a 5A school this season. Bondurant Farrar at #2 in the district, then Norwalk. Indianola pretty much in with a win tonight. And then you've got Boone and Perry. Perry had to cancel their season, so everybody got a victory there. But here we go, 3rd and goal from the 3. Hochstein to the air. Throws it to the back of the end zone, and this is going to be incomplete. Falsgraf with the coverage on Braden Carlson. Carlson asking, am I going to be wearing #3 later tonight? Watch this.
Great job by Falsgraf. He knows that this is coming. They split out Carlson to the wide side, have Carlson run a bit of a slant post type route, but then he's going to curl and go back to the back pylon. Definitely something that Bondurant Farrar clearly saw on film throughout the week, and Falsgraf was ready for it. Great job being prepared and ready for that play.
Here we go, 4th and goal. Coach Patterson likes what he sees with Dylan Rank being cleared to play, back out onto the field. As Norwalk wants to line up and get this play underway. 4th and goal here. This is the 10th play coming up on the drive here for Norwalk. Well, the hottest ticket in Des Moines might be for the Drake men's basketball team, MC22. We'll have live coverage of the Bulldogs and Jaguars of IU PUI Wednesday, November 9th at 7 o'clock. Mediacom will feature 10 Drake men's and women's games this season live on MC22. So Norwalk tonight, 1 of 2 on 4th down conversions. Hochstein to the end zone, and it's going to be tipped, deflected, incomplete, as it's knocked away there by Talon Hayworth, who's had a huge night tonight for the Blue Jays.
And great job of being at the right place at the right time, knocking this one down. Slant route to Rankin right there, and they were trying, Hochstein was looking at him the whole way, looking to his left, and he's right there diving, gets that left hand right in the way. Rankin coming in after being injured, and go-to receiver, but great job by the defensive back, sneaking in.
Coach Patterson thinking a field goal's not going to win it tonight. You need to get touchdowns on the board. Going for it on 4th down, that's the 3rd time tonight they did it. You remember the opening drive, they were able to convert on 4th down. They tried to go for it on 4th down with a fake punt. We're able to pick it up, and now on 4th and goal, not able to get it done. Here's Cram on the carry, and that'll be the end of the first half. So the Bondurant for our Blue Jays fell down early 7-0, but they've rallied back. Their defense coming to play. They're up 14-7 as we're at intermission, as you're watching the Iowa High School Football Game of the Week here on MC22.
Eighth grade band, are you ready to take the field for your performance? This year, the 8th grade marching band will be performing music recorded by the Beatles. In 1964, the Beatles debuted on the national television show, The Ed Sullivan Show, and continued with a tour across America that led to screaming fans at every venue. Tonight, we begin with the #1 hit in 1966, Eleanor Rigby. Take it away, 8th grade marching band. Which became a #1 hit in 1965, will feature Jack Toby on trumpet. Hey Jude was a #1 hit in 1968, and will also include a trumpet solo by Cameron Clark.
Yeah, he's got the valve shut. Makes sense. Yeah, how much was that? Hopefully it's a one-time. They know that's a one-time deal. We'll take it back. We'll take it back.
Associates into the South Central Iowa Bandmasters Association Honor Band. Emily Badger, clarinet. Cameron Clark, alto sax. Cameron Clark, trumpet. Gavin Housley, flute. Miranda Lamb, percussion. Ellie Preer, trumpet. Zane Will, clarinet. And Peyton Woody, clarinet. They will perform on November 1st at Aiken Centennial. Congratulations to all the students that tried out. Our final song tonight was released in 1964 and took the world by storm, turning people into a dance frenzy, even to this day. Enjoy the 8th grade performance of Twist and Shout. Before the 8th grade performs the school song, the directors of the 8th grade band would like to thank you, the crowd, for always supporting our performances throughout the years. We truly appreciate it. And now it's time for the school song, Onward Norwalk. Thank you, 8th grade marching band, for a great performance. We'd also like to remind everyone to support all the music programs in the district. There are many upcoming music events, and you can check them out on the school website for dates of the performances. Please keep supporting all programs in our community. Thank you.
Sorry.
interesting first half as we take a look at the highlights here.
Getting things off to a bang on senior night. Landon Hochstein going deep to his go-to receiver, Dylan Rank, who goes in for the 40-yard touchdown. Looking pretty easy, right? 7-0 Warriors, but then Bondurant Farrar coming. It takes more than 3 defenders to stop Titus Cram, and he still gets in the end zone, tying it back up at 7 for the big-time running back. And then a big stop on an ensuing possession for the Blue Jays by Norwalk. Awesome tackle right there by Caden Tompkins, but then Norwalk gets the ball, go for it on 4th down, fake punt, incomplete pass by Landon Hochstein, looking to get a shovel pass. Blue Jays get great field position, and they march it right down the field. A fade stop from the quarterback to Foltzgraf for a touchdown, and Colby Collison with his first touchdown pass of the game. Norwalk trying to fight back. They had a tough time in the red zone. Their second failure inside the 20. Got it down right before the half, and that's where we land 14-7 Blue Jays.
Here's your statistics. First downs, about even. Rushing yards, about even. Norwalk with a slight edge there. Passing yardage, total yards overall. But on 4th down, each team 1 for 2 penalties. Bondurant Farrar with 3, 3rd down. Been okay. Time of possession a little bit in favor of Bondurant Farrar, but it's just the inability when inside of the red zone to execute, which is costing the Warriors right now. So the second half coming your way, and here in mere moments, Bondurant Farrar is going to get the football back. They've got their quarterback, Colby Collison, warming up on the sidelines. When we come back, it's Blue Jays Warriors here on MC 22. (14-7) as we're about ready to get the third quarter underway. Let's take a look at the keys to the game. How are the Blue Jays holding up here?
Blue Jays have a touchdown pass and a touchdown run. Slow and steady wins the race. They're not trying to go outside of themselves and do something they're not good at, so leading the way there. And then defend those deep plays. Norwalk's had a couple plays that have been successful. The initial touchdown for 40 yards to Rank, but outside of that, they've been keeping everything short and stopping them on 4th down conversions and in the red zone, which is a key point for Norwalk. 0 for 2. They come away with 0 points going for it inside the red zone, not getting it, and then overcoming adversity. Doing a decent job there, just down by 7 despite going on their second possession, turnover on downs. The third possession was a fake punt that didn't work, and then the fourth possession right before halftime, turnover on downs. So doing well at adversity. We'll see how they respond after the half.
Taylon Hayworth ready to receive this kick from Gabe Johnson. And the second half is underway. End over and kick. Hayworth going to take it from his own 1. Trying to go to the opposite side of the field and find blocking, and he'll be brought down at the 25. And Hayworth a little slow to get up. But this is going to bring Colby Collison, we believe, back out onto the field. Here for Bondurant for our quarterback. He was replaced. Collison in that first half, 7 of 8 for 85 yards. Cram, 12 carries, 37 yards in that first half. And here comes Collison. Ryle threw the touchdown pass. Jordan a backup relief on the last scoring drive here for Bondurant Farrar. But Collison, he's the guy on the season. A quarterback rating of better than 156, improving here tonight as Cram gets the carry. And he'll lug it ahead for about a yard on the play, as making the tackle here for Norwalk is DJ Harris and Will Clark.
This is going to be one of the more patient games that Cram is going to have. Like you said, 12 carries, 38 yards at the half. One of his lower turnouts for a game in his career. but steadily pounding. That takes a beating on the defense, wears them down.
This is not what you want to see if you're Bondurant Farrar. They are not very deep on the offensive line, and the right tackle, Bryce Baker, on the turf right now being attended to. And Coach Vance had told us as we watched the play here, looked like he ran his head into the backside of Borcherding Johnson and might have gotten a TKO there.
Yeah, looked like some serious whiplash there, getting spun around from his right tackle position. Now able to walk off under his own power. So great to see for the junior right tackle for Bondurant.
And they'll take a look at him here. Let's see who will come into the game now for Bondurant Farrar. As they'll go to the outside, that is Levi Standing. That will be in at the tackle position on the left side. So they switch some things around. Winger will go back over to the right tackle. And Standing over on the left side. Second down and long. They're going to give it to Cram. He's going to be met. Makes a guy miss. Makes another one miss. How about this? Titus Cram with a big stiff arm. And then will be ushered out of bounds on the play right at the 30-yard line. So he was stopped for a loss on the play, but somehow picks up positive yardage, 4 yards.
Yeah, Bondurant Farrar brings an extra tight end to that side after losing their right tackle, Bryce Baker. But then Norwalk right there, again, great job, but a missed tackle there. Missed tackle number 2, and then he's able to get back and plus yardage, not just to the line of scrimmage, but pick up yards. Just a phenomenal effort there by Titus Cram.
Now 3rd and 5. Collison, play action, throws it over the middle, has a man wide open, and it's Folkscraft, and he can go to the house. How about this? Folkscraft from 70 yards out. And the Blue Jays strike for 6 early here in the second half.
Yeah, miscommunication in the secondary. Caden Borcherding Johnson and Chase Borchert had a mix-up there. Both of them thought the other one was going to keep going deep, and nobody was able to keep up with Reed Folkscraft. His second touchdown of the game here, just a play-action pass. You can see both of them left behind by Folkscraft, who goes in for the touchdown easy. And what a big blow coming after halftime. You get stopped before in the red zone inside the 10, and then you don't get any points before half, and then the Blue Jays come out and respond with their first possession with a touchdown.
The extra point is up, and it is good. How about Folkscraft? 6 catches tonight for 122 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not a bad night. This one goes for 70.
Yeah, these are one of those passes. Colby Collison, your quarterback, you see a guy that wide open. You just need to get it out there in a space where he can get it. And Folkscraft doing a great job. The coaches for Bondurant really like what Folkscraft can do. Fan says his catch radius is so large. He's a basketball guy, so is Collison. They're really good friends. They developed a strong bond in the offseason, and he just puts it out there, lets him go get it. That's been a huge key for Bondurant. Ever since kind of the Carlisle loss, they found a connection with Folkscraft and able to really use him as a deep threat and feeling confident that throwing it out there, he's going to bring it in.
Jace Robinson now on to kick off. That capped off a 3-play, 75-yard drive that took 1:07 off the clock. And now Norwalk needing a win to get into the postseason. Let's see how they respond with their opening drive here to begin the late half. Going to be taken by the up man, Rodman, who does have a kickoff return for a touchdown this season, but not this time, as he'll be taken down at the 18-yard line. A great open field tackle there by Talon Hayworth, who's had himself a night tonight.
Yeah, special on special teams right there, and so important because now this is the worst field position that Norwalk has really had because they've been so successful on their kickoff returns. So that's an important job of backing up Norwalk's offense, a very potent offense, giving them some poor field position for their first drive of the second half.
Now 1st and 10 from the 18, Landon Hochstein. 7 of 12 for 100 yards in the first half. Pressure's on from the backside. He'll unload on it. Has a man wide open, but it's dropped incomplete. Boy, wide open was Skylar Olson. There's a penalty flag down, thrown back at the 14-yard line. Let's see what this is about. And it's going to be a hold against Norwalk. Jacob Schiller, the right guard, might have had a grasp full of jersey trying to protect his quarterback here.
Yeah, so tough all around. You dropped the pass, but you also had a holding, which would have brought the play back anyways. But, you know, they set this up throughout the first half. A lot of deep comebacks. That was a pump and go, double move play based off of all of those, you know, kind of 10 to 12-yard routes that they've been running in the first half. And to see it not hit, that's tough.
And see the managers on the sideline there from Norwalk will have to try to capture that. They've got the flashcards, trying to call in the play from the sideline. So after the holding play, half the distance to the goal line. Watch this. We'll have to try to capture this after the play, flashing all sorts of numbers. The play is in. Hochstein going to keep it himself, and he'll be brought down for a loss of 2 on the play. Boy, a host of Blue Jays there, John Powers. And watch the play come in. Very unique. You want him there on you want him there on bingo night.
Look at that. Rifling through the numbers to make sure, you know, the players can get those plays. That's a act of athleticism in its own right.
2nd down and 20. At the 9, need to go to the 29. Hochstein with trips to the top of the field. Play action. Pressure's on, and Riak is going to get him. A quarterback sack. Drop back at the 3, a loss of 6.
Yeah, they were trying to double move play again. It looked like Hochstein was looking towards the right side of the field, looking for another pump and go, waiting for a play downfield. Valtzgraf was all over it, guarding, I believe that's Rank out there. But the pressure, huge for Bondurant, and that's the momentum was just sucked out after that holding penalty and the dropped play on the double move route. And now Norwalk in some trouble, big time trouble here on 3rd down.
Pressure's on over the middle. This is going to be complete, but a quick open field tackle by guess who? Talon Hayworth, as that ball was hauled in on the play by Rodman. It'll bring up 4th down.
Talon Hayworth right there on the tackle. Great job bringing him down, not letting him get much after the catch. Now extremely important for the defense to really just play the yardage here.
Beg your pardon, that was Jackson Campbell on the reception. So here we go, 4th and 16. Hochstein, the punter. Quick snap, gets it underway, and this is returnable for Valtzgraf. Reed makes a man miss, still on his feet, now will go down at the 42-yard line. So no return on the play. And a 29-yard punt.
Real good field position for Bondurant here. A lot of times when you see line drive punts, that's danger territory for punt teams, and usually that punt return takes it back to the house. But Valtzgraf getting some good field position, knowing that he didn't want to do anything to hurt the position, so didn't try to run backwards and circle around, just kind of went down right where he was able to find some space.
1st and 10 at the 42. Collison going to give it to Cram. We're going to see a big dose of this. Inside of the 20. 5, touchdown, Bondurant Farrar. A 42-yard touchdown run for Titus Cram, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And that's why it's important to have patience, right? Things aren't going your way, and you keep knocking on the door, and they have such a good job of front-line defense by Norwalk. But the upcoming, I guess the rising of the passing game, their ability to hit deep opens it up. Those linebackers can no longer sit in the box because of Valtzgraf's ability to get deep, and then boom, all of a sudden he's got the holes now, opens it up. This is a different Bondurant team than just a couple of weeks ago because of the emergence of Valtzgraf and his ability to get over the top with the deep ball.
27 unanswered. The missed extra point. Cram, 15 rushes, 84 yards, and this one from 42 yards out to the house. (27-7), a 20-point lead for Bondurant Farrar. How about that one play, 42 yards? It just took Titus Cram 11 seconds to get into the end zone. 15 Division I offers, the latest coming from Duke this week. Of course, Iowa State, Iowa have all offered. Nebraska, many others.
Yeah, add that to the highlight reel that he's sending out to some of those schools. BJ, you mentioned some of them. An interesting follow on Twitter is some of these guys, because they'll put their highlights out there, they'll tag teams, and to see who he's tagging, who has not given him offers just recently after last week, tagging USC coaches and Florida State coaches. So maybe that's some of the teams on his wish list as well, even though he might not have his offers yet.
Hochstein to the air. This is going to be complete. Gut check time, and look at this. Running free down the sideline and going to be pushed out is Dylan Rank as he goes from the 38 of Norwalk to the 41 of Bondurant Farrar.
Yeah, what a great response here. These were some of the routes that they started out with, short routes, letting your receivers kind of get some yards after the catch. They've been having success with that. They've been trying to go deep. The pressure is there. Bondurant's been all over it. Maybe we'll see them start to go to the short passing game and let the receivers run.
21-yard pickup, quad to the top. Hochstein pump fakes, now goes down the field. Penalty flag down. This is going to be complete to Rodman down to the 26. But this one's going to be coming back. Boy, some pressure was being applied. And a hold here against Norwalk.
Got some team opposing players helping each other out on the sidelines. Love to see that.
Ben Lidke, watch him. Lidke, 77, using his hands but also his jersey and guiding his shoulder pads the opposite way. Can't do that.
Yeah. Had some big plays, but I think the play of the night, we saw Talon Hayworth go down with a cramp, and Keeler Rodman of Norwalk helping stretch him out.
Yeah.
Sportsmanship.
1st and 20 to the air. Going to be complete. Good turnaround route. This is Rank, and he'll step out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So a gain of 15 on the play. Still shy of that first down by about 5 yards.
Yeah, Norwalk maybe thought they had a lot more time in this game to pass based on that first touchdown they had in the game, that deep ball, and then they started trying to dial up some long distance plays. Bondurant's pressure really getting to Hochstein, not able to get some of those plays. Going back to the short passes that they started the game out with, it's having success.
Now 2nd and 4, they hit the flats again. This is going to be complete, and that's going to be Skylar Olson on the reception. He'll get the first down as he takes it inside of the 35-yard line down to the 26.
Yeah, Bondurant, there's been gashed with these quick hitches, and then whether it's Rank or Skylar Olson turning and running, missed tackles on the edge by these defensive backs could lead to some big plays here for Norwalk.
Hochstein to the air, to the flats. It's going to be complete as he gets it to Carlson. Braden inside of the 20 down to the 18. Tyson Barkema on the tackle.
Yeah, we're seeing just a methodical drive here in the passing game by Hochstein and his receivers. A very good job on this drive. Hopefully can lead to points, cut into this lead. Because anything bigger could be unattainable.
2nd and 1. They're going to move Rodman further out. Hochstein looks that way. Pump fakes, comes back the other. Pressure is on. Hochstein is going to keep it, and it's going to be out of bounds right at the 30.
You can see they're trying to set up, after doing these short hit plays, a pump fake and go, but they do not have time. Norwalk doesn't have enough time for those, and every time Hochstein has had to take off and run. They're trying to get a pump fake to Rodman and get that safety maybe to come up and make a tackle, because they've hit on some very successful plays and then hit the slot deep, but they're not falling for it, and it's causing some tough time for Hochstein in the pocket.
Just needed a little bit more time, and timeout's going to be taken here by Bondurant Farrar. 3rd and 4 for Norwalk. They're trying to respond after seeing Bondurant Farrar score 27 points unanswered. 6:55 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We'll get the coffee started early the next time the Iowa Wild take to the ice on MC22. The Wild drop the puck at 10:30 in the morning, Thursday, November 3rd. That's right, 10:30 in the morning for one of their school day games. Tune in as thousands of screaming kids will try to drown out Ben Gillison's call on MC22. Log on to mc22.net for Wild coverage updates on Mediacom produced games throughout the season.
Yeah, they should call that pancakes and pucks.
Marketing. Wow. Not bad, Justin Cernsey.
I try when I can, BJ, to add a little something here and there.
It's like you work in news where you do a lot of writing, creativity. And deliver the facts, Jack. Here we go. 3rd and 4. Hochstein's going to keep it himself. He'll get the first down as he crosses the 15 to the 14-yard line. Vander Linden made the tackle as he picks up 6 yards.
Great job. Hochstein does such a good job of being patient, reading his blockers. Such an intelligent quarterback when he picks his poison and finds a hole to pick up that first down.
1st and 10 from the 14. Hochstein pump fakes, gonna roll to the end zone. And it's just off of the fingertips of Rank, incomplete. Reed Falsgraf in coverage, and Rank slow to get up.
Now the pressure really forcing Hochstein to make some plays out of the pocket. Finds Rank just a little high though, off the tips of his fingers. He had 2 options. Carlson coming across as well, 2 guys, but unable to hit, and mainly because of the pressure, forcing Hochstein to go on the run. Throws on the run are a lot harder than just sitting back in the pocket.
Trips to the top of your screen. Hochstein gonna keep it, and we'll get inside of the 10 before he's thrown back by Cram.
Yeah, such a simple play right here. Quarterback read option, just out of the snap, takes it himself, but so hard to stop because he does such a good job. He doesn't just sprint to the hole. You know, a lot of high school kids, they try to go full speed everywhere. Well, sometimes you just go fast to the wrong area, and that's the worst place you could be. Hochstein does a good job, very smart as a quarterback.
Hochstein keeps it himself again, and he'll chug down to the 4.
Yeah, BJ Hochstein going to Butler to play football and go to school, wants to be an astrophysicist. So that intelligence far beyond just the football field, it's everywhere.
So here we go, a big 4th down play. Norwalk 1 for 3 tonight. Hochstein gets the snap and he won't get it. Cram and company turn him back. Vander Linden also in on the stop, as the officials call it.
This could be another 4th down they do not get.
I think we might see a measurement here. I don't think he maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Really tough situation here because this is your bread and butter. You need a couple of yards. Hochstein does such a good job against everyone, even in this game, picking up just a couple. But Bondurant Farrar ready for it. Linebackers are their strength for the Blue Jays. And they were ready and waiting for Hoxie on that play, knowing that that had to be coming because of his success on that quarterback draw.
I'll tell you, all season long for the last 18 years, our spotter, Kevin Heitz, has been up here in the booth. We call him Chopstick. And he's saying first down, and that's why he's the best in the business. And tonight is last night. And why not? A close play. You bring in our eyes for many, many years here at MC22. He made the call already.
Yeah, unbelievable. Call him Chopstick. He does such a good job. There's so many numbers and things happening on the field. We don't always know who made the tackle, who had the strip, who had the pressure. Chopstick's always all over it with his chopstick, pointing and guiding us throughout the game.
Inside handoff. Tigner trying to turn the corner, and he'll get to the 3 before he's tracked down on the play by Vanderlinden.
Yeah, Vanderlinden showing his lateral speed there, doing a great job tracking down Tigner off to the side, using that speed to stop him short. Now, we've seen Norwalk, they like to spread their receivers out and run some slants. They had it batted down right before the half, but look for them to try to go back to that. Rank is definitely Hochstein's go-to receiver on the goal line when they pass it.
2nd and goal. Hochstein not going to get there. While Cram and also Vanderlinden toss him back.
Yeah, you don't always see, all-star players on one side of the ball running around, hair on fire. They usually, sometimes you see guys try to rest their abilities and take a breather. Right there, he was running as hard to get that tackle as he does with the football in his hand to stop Hochstein from getting into the goal line.
13th play of the drive right here. 3rd and goal to go. Hochstein to the end zone and off of the fingertips of Rank, incomplete. Boy, Falsgraf was in coverage there.
Yeah, great job.
Brings up 4th down here for Norwalk. This may be your season here.
Yeah, it's all on the line here, and he had Rank open. He just didn't get it far enough. Tough throw to make from the left hash all the way across to the right side of the field. That ball was underthrown. That needs to be on time and outside for plays like that, but that's one of the farthest throws that you can make as a quarterback from the left hash across the field to the right. He has the arm strength to do it, but just didn't do it on time.
Converted twice on 4th down. Can they do it again to the end zone? And this isn't going to get there. Braden Carlson got it, caught it shy of the goal line, and was quickly brought down on the play by Hayworth, who was slow to get up.
Now, what a play by the defense, forcing Hochstein to throw short to Carlson. Shaking up on the tackle, like you said. But a great stop, and much credit to the secondary for Bondurant Farrar, a extremely potent receiving core for Norwalk. And outside of that initial first drive with that deep touchdown to Rank, they've held him in check.
Justin, Norwalk tonight 0 for 3 in the red zone.
Yeah, they've been snake bitten right there, and when we talk about that, majority of the season they've done a great job. It's against these teams in their district. It's so tough right now because everybody seems to be good. Norwalk having a good season like they normally do. Bondurant Farrar is up in talent these last few years, especially this year. Carlisle, extremely talented. They're up this year. And then Indianola, you know what you can expect from there. I think a lot of fans, BJ, after the season's over, they just want to play off between this district. That's it. It's so good.
Think about that, 14 plays and coming up empty. Took 4 minutes, 36 seconds off the clock. And Bondurant Farrar will take over from deep inside of their own 5-yard line from the 2. Cram will be in the backfield. He just exploded for a 40-yard touchdown run on their last possession. Could he go AK Tony Dorsett? He's off to a good start. And carrying the load, 20-yard carry on first down for Titus Cram.
Yeah, tough. You know who's getting the football, and you just can't stop it. And he's carrying 3-4 guys 15 yards down the field right there. Great job. Look at the massive hole, though, too. Credit to that offensive line. Cram will get the majority of the box score love but everybody on that front line, what a job opening up the hole. He doesn't get touched. For a running back as strong as he is to not get touched until 4 or 5 yards on the field, boy, tough luck to any defense trying to stop that.
6 Warriors. That's how many players it took. It's over half of the defense to get him down. 1st and 10, new tailback into the game. And tough sledding. And now we have some extra pushes and a penalty flag going to be thrown here as Caleb Moore got the carry, and then the offensive line, Hudson Gray, got into it.
Yeah, some frustration. Looked like Harrison tripped there.
Late hit, number 44 of the defense, 15 yards.
And I think that's some frustration there, Justin.
Yeah, it sure is. Trying to, constantly banging against one of the toughest running backs in the state. And you're a linebacker, you're doing a pretty good job until that big 40-yard touchdown. And then right there, pushing them back and just not necessary at all. You're having a good game and then to have it a little marred by that personal foul. And that's something that that's not normal. He doesn't do that throughout the season, and he expects better of himself than that too.
Sophomore on the sideline right now. Collison to the air, throws it on the flats. This one's going to be complete. Barkema has it, and he's beyond midfield to the 45-yard line. Pickup of 17 yards.
A great job, Collison. Just easy throw. Little wheel route for Barkema up the field. So the Blue Jays really moving. A good job of corralling him by Braden Ross and keeping that effort. It's always important. You never know if you can strip it on the sideline after a big play. You just got to keep trying to run, hustle, and punch that ball out. Norwalk can get a big defensive play here. It's still only late in the 3rd quarter. They can make something happen. Cut this score to half by a big scoop and score or interception, with Bondurant still willing to air the football out.
Think about Titus Cram tonight. 103 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns last year in this game. 135 yards and 3 scores. He does that to a lot of people. I'm wondering, what do you think? Done for the night now?
Well, I think good question there, BJ, noticing that you're still time left in the 3rd quarter.
Timeout going to be taken here by Bondurant Farrar.
And I think if you're Norwalk, I mean, you have to know personnel, right?
No timeout here. Officials timeout. 2:40 to play. And I think the officials just wanted to reset the situation here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
This is an obvious statement.
1st and 10.
Bondurant Farrar, completely different offense with Cram off the field. If you're a defensive coordinator for Norwalk right now, you have to recognize that he's not out there, and you can be aggressive with your defense, more so than if he's on the field.
High snap. Collison will haul it in, and he'll be brought down for a big loss on the play. Back to the 46-yard line. Knifing in there was Tristan Tuttle to make the quarterback sack.
Yeah, great job bringing pressure. I think you have to take advantage. Understandably, that the Blue Jays take Cram out. You want him healthy. He got hurt in the Carlisle game. You're 3 scores ahead. But Norwalk needs to take advantage and get this ball back right here. Still time if you can get a score. You've been in the red zone 3 times, so they can get down. They just need to punch it in, and then you're talking about a different ball game. Maybe you force Cram back into this football game, or if he stays out, try to keep cramming it in.
Yeah. Speaking of cramming it in, Titus back into the game. 2nd and 18. Fake toss. Collison going to wheel out. Boy, had 2 open receivers, and this is going to be dropped. Vanderlinden, I think, might have junked the route. Barkema was open deeper and just dropped it. It'll bring up 3rd and 18.
Yeah, 2 guys in the same vicinity. One was wrong. Maybe one was a little too deep, or the other too shallow. But either way, it caused the confusion and forces a big 3rd and long situation here for the Blue Jays. And sometimes these are tough. You'd think, oh yeah, it's a passing down. Well, they're up by 3 possessions. They may just run it, and they have the best running back in the state. So you don't want to see that. if you're Norwalk.
Blitz coming. They give it to Cram, and they were able to hold on to bring him down at the 48-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down here for Bondurant Farrar. As Maddox Borcherding Johnson makes the tackle.
A good job by Borcherding Johnson coming from his nose tackle position to try to chase down Cram. You can see the hustle that these guys are playing with. And a front line defenseman able to come back and corral a tackler 5, 6, 7 yards down the football field. Just the first punt of the second half here for Bondurant Farrar. So good job by Norwalk, but giving up touchdowns on both of the Blue Jays' possessions was tough, but good job with this punt right here.
Final moments of the 3rd quarter. The pump block was on. Powers just got it underway. Rodman calls for a fair catch, and it will bounce inside of the 10 and be down at the 5-yard line. Great coverage there on special teams for Cole Miller on a 39-yard punt.
That's a way to make the punting game matter by having a big one, pinning them down, forcing Norwalk to have a long drive. They're going to have to waste a lot of time unless they can have some kind of explosive play downfield to Carlson or Rank. But more likely than not, based on their drives which have been long and methodical, this is going to take some time here if they do put points on the board.
So Landon Hochstein to the air. And right away the catch is made, and avoiding tacklers and getting up to the 20-yard line for a 1st down, as the pitch and catch was on to Aiden Harder. Reed Faltzgraf on the stop.
Great job there. Just again, as this game, the lead is what it is, and the game starts getting smaller and smaller as we go into the 4th quarter. These short passes, which have been successful, are going to really not matter too much because they take time. And as successful as they've been, they're going to have to start airing it out, stretching the field much more.
So we'll go to the 4th quarter, the final 12, when we return to the regular season. Titus Cram and the Bondurant Farrar Blue Jays running free. They lead at 27-7 over Norwalk. (27-7) as we begin the final 12 minutes of play here to the 2022 Iowa High School football regular season. Justin Cerncy, BJ Shaven here on MC22. Norwalk needs a big comeback to make it into the postseason. Hochstein to the air, throws it to the flats. It's going to be caught by Rodman, or I beg your pardon. Love the numbers for Norwalk, but tough to call sometimes. Will Patterson on the reception, as he was taken down right away by Vanderlinden, who's had a big night tonight again for Bondurant Farrar.
And credit to this Blue Jay defensive pass rush and not letting Norwalk really have time to drop back Hochstein far for those deep passes downfield.
2nd and 6, blitz is on. Hochstein in the pocket, will be shoestring tackled on the play as Dalton House brings him down.
Yeah, what a great job. This is designed rollout to the left. Because of the pressure, Hochstein can't even make it to the left. He has nowhere to go. A great job by Dalton House cutting off that edge. That's what forces Hochstein, and then he makes the tackle himself. His pass rush has been great.
Now on 3rd and 9. A first down is picked up. As again on the reception, Patterson takes it beyond the 30-yard line. Make that Braden Carlson on the catch.
And it's a good thing for Bondurant Farrar that the pass rush has been what it is, because the D-backs are out on an island, and some of these short passes have been real close to being home runs for Norwalk.
From the 34, they throw it out in the flats. This will be caught by Rank. He'll go to the 40, pick up about 5 yards on the play. Brought down by Cole Miller.
Sometimes if you're a D-back, just getting them down, getting an arm on a guy, even though, you know, they get by you and get 10 yards is enough, especially when you have a pass rush, because Norwalk just can't do anything except for hit the short pass.
Hochstein calls his own number and will bulldoze his way beyond the 45. As there's a Blue Jay that's slow to get up in Vanderlinden.
Vanderlinden's guy they sorely would want to miss. Nearly 40 tackles on the season.
Rank on the catch again. He'll go to the 45-yard line.
Dylan Rank on the reception.
Shy of the marker as he's pushed out by Barkema.
Gain of 8.
And here's where some of those, you know, miscues in the red zone really come back to haunt you. I mean, they are having their way against the Bondurant D-backs between their 20 and Bondurant's 20. It's been inside the red zone where everything shrinks down that Bondurant has really tightened things up and made those tackles on the short passes.
2nd and 3. To put Olsen in motion. The late pitch. Tigner takes on the tackler and gets upended near the 42.
27 on the carry for Norwalk. That's Dominic Tigner. Puts out of bounds around the 30.
And like you said, BJ, this is for everything for Norwalk. This drive is important because it extends their season if they can somehow come back, rally, and take this game.
Hochstein will get the carry, gets the first down and more. Makes a man miss in the secondary as he gets to that next level to the 21-yard line.
Great run by Hochstein, breaking tackles, the will of this senior to make it happen on his own if it's not happening any other way. Huge play there, and eventually Dalton House, who's had a great game on the O-line and in the defense, able to bring him down, and that's a defensive lineman down the field. Great job by the big man.
After the 21-yard gain, looking to get free, now we'll just silo throw the ball out of bounds. As Rioch had some pressure in the backfield, there is a penalty flag down. I think this might be against Lidke again.
Holding. Offense, number 77. 10 yards, previous spot. Repeat the down.
Yeah, tough penalty there for Norwalk. It's been hard enough once they get towards the red zone, now to back them up even more. But this pressure is just relentless. I mean, I know that Rioch doesn't have, you know, many sacks on the game, but that Penny Rioch has been pressuring Hochstein, causing all kinds of havoc back there.
2nd and 20, Rioch with some pressure. Hochstein will run right into him in the backfield, and he'll bring him down. A huge loss of 8 yards on the play, back to the 41. But Penny Rioch would not give up on the play.
He's been hustling all night long, forcing Hochstein out of the pocket, forcing Hochstein to throw the ball early, forcing Hochstein to just be uncomfortable back there. He finally hits home on one and gives a big salute to the crowd, and you can tell that they recognize it too, everyone cheering.
3rd and 28. Hochstein to the air. Pauses. And we may see another hold as Hochstein's going to be brought down at the 40-yard line. I mean, Penny Rioch drawing some attention, and he got taken from his shoulder pads and whipped down on the ground. As Mike Vint will sort it out for us.
One of the reasons you can leave your corners on an island is because of your pressure. You feel like the quarterback won't have long enough time to
Offense,
beat the D-backs.
number 78,
like
10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat 2nd down.
Well, and think about this. This is going to, the flag was dropped right at midfield. Watch this here on the outside.
Yeah, they decided to throw him to the ground. Enough is enough. We're not going to let you hit a quarterback again. Yeah, clear penalty there. Great job by the referee seeing that. And no matter the score, if they see a penalty, they're going to throw us the right call.
2nd and 38. Hochstein will try to pick up a chunk here. Pressure's on, throws it down, sideline, and this is going to be thrown short. Looking for Rank. Couldn't get it to him. Why not go to him? 8 catches tonight for 102 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, and you can see the pressure getting to Hochstein. Rank, even though nowhere close to the 1st down, but he was wide open. And Hochstein scrambling, used to the pressure, just trying to get it off as quick as he could, led to the overthrow, because that internal time in your clock as a quarterback is so off right now because you haven't had much time to throw, and that's the impact of the pressure. Even when you don't get to the quarterback, how it can impact a quarterback.
To the air, 3rd and 38, and this will be dropped. It'll bring up 4th down as Rank kind of go in and out of his hands.
Tough, and you just don't see that. Back-to-back plays where there's miscues. One is an overthrow, the other is a drop, and we're talking about a lethal connection all season long. Rank number 3 heading into this game in 4A in yards, number 2 with touchdowns. He had another one today in that first drive of the game for the Warriors. They're all just kind of breaking down late in this game because of the tough defense that the Blue Jays have.
Pulsgraf deep back to receive. Hochstein back in punt formation. He'll let it go on 4th and 48 as this is up in the air and will be kicked out as it was touched inside of the 20. So the Norwalk defense back out onto the field again tonight in the 2nd half. Bondurant Farrar has used some big plays to get some points up on the board. 27 points unanswered after Norwalk took the lead on the opening drive. As Colby Collison is back out onto the field. Now, you might think Bondurant Farrar thinking about postseason here and where they might land. If the standings were to fall where they are today, they would be taking on Western Dubuque. Depending on how they seed everything with the districts. That'd be kind of a wild matchup going all the way out there to take on Western Dubuque, but let's see how they'll seed the districts. Normally they try to get a little bit closer in the opening couple of rounds. But if we were truly seeing what we see in 5A, it'd be kind of wild. So your top team, Xavier, Waverly, Shell Rock, Lewis Central, Iowa City, Liberty, Carlisle. You got a favorite there, Justin?
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, you see how Carlisle was able to get past the Blue Jays. That was real impressive to see them and their rushing attack. I mean, you know they're going to run the football, but you just can't stop it. They barely passed the football, but they still have success. Carlisle has been strong this season. The Blue Jays now with this emerging passing game, I would love to see that rematch to see how that shakes out now that Pfalzgraf's kind of packing into the mold and having some big-time plays downfield.
Titus Cram still in the game as he was brought down by Caden Tompkins.
Keep going onside.
Blue Jays trying to milk some clock here. Again, had 2 starters miss tonight. Trips to the top of the field. Collison with some time near sideline, and that's going to be deflected and it will be caught by Pfalzgraf. How about that concentration, Justin?
Good job hauling it in there, and so close. Will Clark dropping back from his linebacker position because they've hit Pfalzgraf early in the game with a lot of those comebacks. He was trying to get deep enough, but it was just over his stretch of his hands. But a great job, Collison, on that pressure from Maddox Borshening Johnson. You know, still going strong. The Iowa commit shows his determination, tenacity, and hustle. Just still trying to get back there, trying to make an impact. pocket poise from Collison back there, standing in there and delivering a good throw.
This is their bunch formation. They'll go with the inside handoff for Bondurant Farrar, and it's going to be a positive yardage. Great run by Caleb Moore, as he'll gain 8 on the play. And we'll bring up second down. And Moore slow to get up. Seen a few Blue Jays go down here tonight. You think about it, Bryce Baker, the right tackle, out of the game with an injury, and now you got Moore on the ground. Trying to give you an update when we return, as you're watching the Iowa High School Football Game of the Week here on MC 22. That's good to see. Caleb Moore walking off the field on his own power. A little frustrated with himself as he comes out of the game. So we have 5:25 to play, a 20-point lead here for Bondurant Farrar. Collison will line him up out of the gun on second down and short. A throw over the middle. This is going to be caught by Barkema, as he'll go up to the 44-yard line. Borchardine Johnson, Caden on the tackle.
Good job by Collison getting it out of his hands quick here. A little pressure up front from Norwalk, but able to deliver that one. And this is great. This is valuable experience between quarterback and receiver, because once Bondurant Farrar hits the playoffs, everyone's going to say, we want you to beat us throwing the football. Now, Pfalzgraf proved that they are able, but this is what you have to do when you have a running back like Cram. You're going to have to force them to throw the football. The chemistry that's developed in some of these games, these passes here, even though the game is all but won, will be meaningful heading into the playoffs.
All that pain starting to seek in. You saw the senior there on the sideline there a moment ago, Ben Lidke, knowing these are the final moments of the season as Braden Ross makes the tackle there after the catch. And you can tell the passion, and it's settling in with that entire senior group there. Rank, Hochstein, and Lidke. That's tough.
Yeah, seeing one chapter closing, and a lot of these guys, wanted to play sports at the next level, and even though they may get an opportunity, you're never going to play with this group again. So this is entirely different. Done so much throughout your careers, growing up playing youth football, running the same Norwalk Warrior offense until you're a senior, and finally seeing it all happen. It doesn't hit you until the last game, even though you know it's coming.
Bondurant Farrar.
Timeout, Bondurant Farrar with 3:44 to play. Blue Jays faced with a 2nd and 2. And the Blue Jays trying to grind this one out. And Class 4A, hey, it's going to be wide open, just like in 5A. I mean, you've got numerous teams that are still unbeaten. In fact, you got 5, that are unbeaten in district play. Lewis Central, Xavier, Waverly, Shell Rock. Carlisle coming in at 7-1, then Iowa City Liberty, Bondurant Farrar, North Scott, Western Dubuque. Spencer checking in at number 8, and then Indianola at number 10. Think about that, 3 teams in this district. Indianola, Carlisle, and Bondurant Farrar in the top 10. At Norwalk, last year 4 teams got in from the district, and this year Norwalk can be the outside looking in. This is going to be caught. Collison able to connect with his receiver as Jordan Ryle threw a touchdown, nearly got one there. 26-yard pickup as he goes to the 20-yard line. I beg your pardon, DJ Harris on the tackle.
A great job connecting, throwing that football right in the only spot that it could go. You lead Ryle any further, and that is an interception. Great accuracy right there by Collison, showing, you know, why, hey, he's the #1 rated quarterback, 156.4 quarterback rating in high school football in all of Class 4A. Beautiful touch, beautiful pass.
First and 10 from the 20, the quick pitch to Cram. Tries to attack the outside and will be taken out of bounds. 3 minutes even on the clock. I beg your pardon, down to 2:58 when it stopped.
Yeah, and it's a tough situation for coaches, I feel like, BJ. Anytime when your running back is elite, and especially they just had their other running back walk off an injury, and Bondurant Farrar is throwing the football, and you think, why are they throwing? They're up 27-7. Well, you want them to hand it off to Titus Cram? Do you really, like, is that the route that you want them to go, run the football with him? I don't think so.
Cole Miller into the game will get the carry here. Miller trying to follow a blocker, will take it inside of the 10 down to the 6 before he is brought down from behind by Braden Ross. Titus Cram tonight, 19 carries, 116 yards, couple of scores. Well, Miller probably walking back to the huddle and asking, is the whip open?
Yeah. Bondurant doing a good job here, sucking a lot of time off of this clock. A great drive, and this is good to see for them because there's going to be situations where you need to keep the ball and keep your opposing team in the playoffs off the field. They're doing a good job of driving, having a meaningful drive, milking the clock here.
Miller with the toss, cut it back to the inside on 1st and goal to go. Will bring up 2nd and goal. As the Blue Jays just trying to grind it out and maybe pick up 6 here. Gonna have to earn it.
And on the flip side, even though you're down 27-7, opportunity to get a stand. There might be, you know, sometimes on senior night, they might pull some of the seniors off, give the crowd some applause, and right now you may have some underclassmen out there to kind of show what you can do, setting yourself up for next year against a playoff team by making a big play.
Little inside handoff and look out. Bondurant Farrar is going to get into the end zone. Caleb Moore with a rushing touchdown as the junior with his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. This one from 6 yards out.
A little trickery here. Looked like a fake pitch and then jet sweep to Moore underneath. You get everybody flowing from the defensive side to their right, and then boom, Moore sweeps in kind of underneath. We've seen this. This is a play that the Chiefs will run for Kelsey, except for Mahomes kind of pitches it forward, so it ends up being a pass instead of a handoff coming underneath. So that was a very nice play call by Bondurant Farrar.
And the extra point up and good. Miller with a 7-yard touchdown run, capping off an 11-play, 83-yard drive. That took 6:24 off the clock. And Bondurant Farrar extends their lead to 27. 34 unanswered tonight. So a big night tonight here for Bondurant Farrar, going into the postseason with a full head of steam. They'll play next Friday night, and with this win tonight, have secured a top 8 seed, and thus have the opportunity to host next Friday night. Coach Fans congratulating Colby Collison. What a job taking his team to the postseason here. Just one loss on the season. That was to Carlisle. I mean, Carlisle's bringing their running game to the postseason.
Tough running game.
Averaging
bruising.
Averaging over 400 yards on the season.
Yeah.
On the ground.
And then when you think your running game is done because their offense is off the field, both of their running backs play linebacker. They'll hit your running backs. They play both ways.
And a toss down. As here comes Norwalk's offense out onto the field as Jackson Campbell got the return there. So big night tonight for Titus Cram, as we mentioned. Falsgraf, 7 receptions, 132 yards, 2 touchdown catches tonight too as well. So Norwalk has pulled their seniors, and now they've turned it over. Aiden Harder, the junior, in at quarterback. And a timeout going to be taken here. So not the appropriate lineup out on the field. We'll take one with them. 1:25 to play. Bondurant Farrar looking to close it out when we return. Here we go, 34-7. Harder out of the gun, looks to pass. Throws it to the near side of the field. This is going to be complete as making the catch for Norwalk.
Harder's pass complete.
Was hauled in by Phoenix Jones.
10 yards and a Warrior first down.
And if we're looking forward to these playoff matchups, a big emergence, I feel like I'm impressed with the Bondurant Farrar passing game, something that could really give fits to defenses that they encounter, especially with a home game possibly to start the playoffs. You just can't key in on Cram as much if they're going to have success through the air. And boy, that's such a difference maker. Cram injured in the second half of that Carlisle game, their only loss. So then that really opens it up for Carlisle, able to, focus on other things, but to have a full healthy offense for the Blue Jays is tough.
On the carry here is going to be Nathan Porter. Mendoza got the carry just before, and that could be the final play of the game. We'll see if Norwalk will line up for one more here. 34-7. Bondurant Farrar going to finish the season at 8-1. Norwalk, it looks like just missing, but depending on how the night goes, you never know. Going to finish the season at 5-4. And arguably played the toughest schedule in 4A this year. Coach Paul Patterson going to be taking a timeout here with 11.1 to play. Wants to line up his team for one more play.
Yeah, not just a tough district for Coach Patterson and Warriors, but a tough schedule. They welcome all teams. They go and play a tough non-conference, non-district schedule as well. And hats off to them. It readies your team. It also sets you up for a tough situation and tough games where other teams maybe play in some teams that they can get quick wins off of. But it makes Norwalk such a tough team and such a better team as well.
Big cheers, William Supper into the game. They brought him in, got a big hand. Harder going deep, and this is going to be incomplete. And with 3.9 to play, Harder was trying to find Ben Peterson deep. Just could not connect with him, so it'll bring up 4th and 6 as Norwalk will have one more go at it. And the postseason around the corner for Bondurant Farrar. Waiting game here for Norwalk.
Yeah, Aiden Harder, just a junior, but showing off some elite arm strength there on the deep post.
Harder back to pass, releases it down the field, has a man open, and this is incomplete, and that will be the ball game. Bondurant Farrar is going to win it 34-7 as they go to 8-1 to end the regular season as they knock off the Norwalk Warriors. Time now to select our player of the game, and this guy, Justin, was all over the field tonight.
Yeah, wow, Titus Cram, might as well have a new nickname, call him One Play, because he can change the game in just one play. That 42-yard touchdown in that second half was everything. Just opened it up, took the air out of this stadium, out of the team of Norwalk, and you can tell why he's an elite running back.
Time now to select the play of the game, and this was really the game breaker. Titus Cram in the second half from 42 yards out. A touchdown run as he waltzes into the end zone. That's our play of the game. Well, good season for Bondurant Farrar. They're going to the postseason. What a great regular season of Iowa high school football.
Yeah, great job, all the communities, to all the athletes and coaches, the hard work and time they put in for this game, and to give these kids a platform, an opportunity to watch themselves, their parents and grandparents to watch these kids. That's really what it's all about, and I wish nothing but the best for everyone, especially those moving on to the postseason and making their teams and communities proud.
Well, it's a final here. Bondurant Farrar, a winner tonight, 34-7 over Norwalk. They get it done as they move to 8-1 to close out the regular season. What a year of Iowa high school football here on MC22. For Justin Cernsey, Kevin Heitz, I'm BJ Shaven. As you've been watching the presentation of high school football on MC22, which is a production of Mediacom in Des Moines, MC22 is your award-winning local programming leader.